So if you look at the new Corolla and you think to yourself, boy, it looks a lot longer, it actually is. They've increased the wheelbase by 100 millimeters, which is about 4 inches. And the best part of that is that 4-inch increase in length goes directly between the front and the back seats, increasing the legroom accordingly. They also hollowed out the back of the seat just a little bit more, so the amount of increased legroom is extremely evident when you sit in the vehicle. I'm about 6 feet tall. I can sit in the front, I can set the seat where I'm comfortable, which is all the way to the back, and then I can get in the back seat and I've got legroom. And that says an awful lot. So it's not just a place for your kids to hang out. Two couples can go out for dinner together, or maybe from here to Seattle and back very, very comfortably. And this is a huge improvement. In fact, it currently has the largest amount of cabin space of any vehicle in the compact class, particularly in the back seat area. The other thing they've done to do that is they've moved the rear wheels a little bit back and the front wheels a little bit forward to get that length. And in doing so, it increases the amount of hip room in the back seat. We've got an almost perfectly flat back seat in the back, so that the up to 3 passengers back there will actually be comfortable in the back seat. The other great benefit of that longer wheelbase is this vehicle, when you drive it, it doesn't feel like a compact car. It has a very, very solid feeling on the road. In fact, it drives more like, let's say, our last generation Camry did in the way it rides. However, it's much sportier than that because they've changed the way the steering works. It's got a much quicker steering ratio, which gives you much better command of the road. Trust me, if you want to drive this car and compare it to anything in the class, any of the other brands, you're going to find it's going to come out on top when it comes to road handling as well. The chief engineer, one of his goals with the new Corolla was a quote-unquote daringly and substantially advanced design, and I think they've achieved that, because when you look at the front end of the car, it's very modern, it's very aggressive. Right down to the very bottom of the chin spoiler there, you'll notice how it comes out in a jutting way. When you come up just a little bit higher, you've got a carbon fiber type of insert there on this particular model, and then looking at the hood line, it's very low, at the low as they can make it legally to do with impact regulations, with a thin, aggressive grille. And best yet, have a look at the headlight. The headlight is now an LED headlight, and they've done that for a couple of reasons. One of them is using an LED lamp gives them the chance to compress that headlight just a little bit and make it more full in with this type of styling. Beyond that, it's much more reliable, it's much more long lasting, it draws much less power from the system, the engine system, and it is much brighter than the traditional halogen lamp. So it's a win-win-win-win all the way around. And I think you'll agree with me, this is absolutely gorgeous front end on the vehicle. So with all these changes in styling and extra equipment and all that, Toyota has not sacrificed safety in any way, shape, or form. In fact, this is the safest Corolla ever. Not only do we have the full star safety system, as we have in all of our vehicles, which was first in the automotive industry for Toyota to have a couple of years ago, but now we actually have 8 airbags in this vehicle. Our normal side airbags, curtain airbags, and then front passenger and driver's airbags as well. But on the driver's side, we have a knee airbag that comes out underneath the steering wheel. And on the passenger side, there's an airbag that comes out from underneath the seat and holds your legs up, because what they found in those circumstances is the driver in an accident may get soft tissue injuries in the knee and the lower extremities, but the passenger tends to submarine under the seat belt. And what that means is they actually slide under their belt and go underneath the dashboard. This airbag that comes up from underneath the passenger will hold their legs up and keep that from happening to them, and therefore making them much safer in any sort of an accident situation. Traditionally, the customer for the Corolla has been someone, you know, probably with a younger, a little bit older family, or someone that is in their, say, 40s and 50s that wants to buy it for a commuter car. But honestly, with this new styling and all the new finish on the inside, we're looking at stretching that to everything from someone who's in their 20s all the way to their 70s. This is a car that will satisfy all of our customers and all the customers that are in this segment, and you're going to see this car move forward in a big way. We have high hopes for this car because of what it can do. Hi, I'm Randy. I'm the General Sales Manager at West Coast Toyota in Pitt Meadows. We'd like you to come down. The 2014s are on the ground and available for test drive, and we look forward to seeing you really soon.